So we're heading to a fifth set. I really thought the key point in set 4, Katie George, it was 17-15 Pittsburgh. Minnesota was coming back, but Pittsburgh came out, got that next point, got it back to 3. There hasn't been a huge lead for either side in this match, but that moment right there just felt like it stopped the Minnesota momentum, and Pittsburgh was able to close things out in that 4th set.
It was a defining moment of that match. It felt like Minnesota had regained a portion of the momentum. It was like they were reaching through the net, taking, and Pittsburgh just snatched it back right in that instant to make it 18-15. And then they were able to take it and run with it in set 4. So here we go, start of set 5. This is exactly what you hope for in an NCAA tournament regional semifinal.
First point
as a
goes.
Fan. As
yes.
a fan, let
How
me
about
just
as a
put
player,
that
though?
out there.
How about
Sorry.
as a player?
No!
What does it feel like as a player? How about some flashbacks?
You want to be out and done by 3.
Pittsburgh comes back to even it up at 1. We play to 15 here in this 5th set. Each team has 2 timeouts for the 5th set. 1 replay challenge is added for each side.
Great pass by Kilkelly. Gosh.
And Pittsburgh's in front.
Really hard situation for Chi Inde to be in. Out of system, ball's coming over your shoulder almost, across your body, and she's still able to put a lot of pace on that ball to get the kill.
Oh, good block. That's Pittman who steps up. You want your seniors to step up with the season on the line, and she did so with the block.
Great job recognizing that Inde's the hot hand right now. They're funneling balls back to her on that right side. Pittman follows with her feet. Nice block there.
Oh, another good block for Minnesota. Back-to-back points, put the Gophers on top 3-2. How about mindset here, Katie? Because after that 3rd set when Minnesota won, we talked about Pittsburgh maybe playing with their backs to the wall, maybe a chip on their shoulder, kind of that underdog mentality. They played well in that 4th set. Minnesota is now experiencing that for the first time in this match, and it's nothing new to Pittsburgh.
No, it's not, and you wonder for Minnesota, are they ever gonna get tight? But I don't know if it's just the demeanor of the personalities on this team. Regardless if things are going well, regardless if things are going poorly on Minnesota's side after they make an error or 2, their demeanor doesn't change, and that's exactly what Hugh McCutcheon wants from his team, right? Schaffmaster being one of them. She looks like she's played in 37 NCAA tournaments, let alone this being her first. So they have a cool, calm, collected demeanor about them, which I think that poise bodes well, especially the longer you play.
There's Schaffmaster with the set back for Samity for the swing.
But you can sense the urgency from Minnesota as well. They don't want to go home. There's a lot of expectations, especially for Stephanie Samity, to get this team back to a regional finals and then a national semifinals as well.
Ende with the kill.
Always smiling.
Well, you'd smile too if you had 19 kills in the match, and that gives her 36 in the 2 matches between Utah and Minnesota. And a swing right back from Taylor Landfair.
Great job by Landfair going cross-court power.
Pittman to serve. Minnesota up 5-4. Again, we play to 15, winning by 2 for the match. Okolo drops it down.
A little quick A6 set right over top of Vaqueo's head. Just in between the block. They run that gap set, beautifully done by Wokolo.
That one's going to go long off the swing by Landfair.
First lead by Pitt here in set 5.
I think Pittsburgh led 2-1. I don't want to correct you because you've been perfect for the entire 5 sets, but I know you care about accuracy first and foremost.
I do, thank you.
Entertainment second.
By Pitt.
Oh, look at that swing. That is Samity. The familiar look from her, getting the run, getting the air, and making the perfect contact.
Back row attack, straight down that line with so much precision.
Even again. Wokolo in the middle.
Oh, it's a shame she has to check out. I keep setting her time and time again if the pass presented it. She's done her job today. Yes, she has.
Third on the team in kills with 11, hitting at 600, also has 3 blocks. Here's Faki. That one's going to miss the mark from Landfair, and this is the largest lead for either team in this 5th set. Timeout on the floor in Omaha. Pittsburgh on top of Minnesota in set 5. Hitting percentage by set, telling the story. Pittsburgh winning set number 4, 25-21. Hit a match best 419, and they have jumped out to an 8-6 lead, which feels like a huge lead here in the 5th set, considering we've been going back and forth. But this is the largest lead for either side. Pitt up by 2 out of the media timeout here in the 5th. Again, we play to 15. The winner of this game to take on the winner of the Louisville-Washington game, which was originally slated to start at 3:30, but it is not going to start until 45 minutes after the conclusion of this match, which is far from its conclusion. Blocked back, and Pittsburgh gets another point. They're up 9-6 now in the 5th.
Wow. You can tell Pittsburgh's feeling it. Big block. You can tell from the passion, the celebrations, the fans, the parents there in Omaha, they're feeling it. A 5-1 run by Pitt, but gosh, this is so far from over.
Limited attendance in the convention center at CHI Health Center Omaha. When they move into the main arena starting tomorrow, there'll be expanded attendance. Around 4,000 or so should be the number by the time they get to the regional the national semifinals rather. So it's friends and family right now. The Minnesota side a little quiet, get lost in their phones for a minute, while the Pittsburgh side excited because the Panthers are on top 9-6 over the number 3 seed, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Minnesota won set 1, had a couple of runs in that first set, a 6-0 run, a 5-0 run, and they won 25-21. Pittsburgh with a good bounce back in set 2, hit 302 in that second set to win 25-23. Minnesota won by 5 in set 3, hitting at 367. They got off to a 5-0 start in the 3rd set. Pittsburgh, we talked about it, back against the wall, a little chip on their shoulder, fought hard in that 4th set, and they won 25-21, and the momentum has continued to build here in set 5, now on top 9-6. First to 15, winning by 2, wins the match. Pittsburgh has never reached this stage. This is their first time ever in the regional semifinal round. So, of course, a win for the Panthers puts them in the regional final. The field of 8 for the first time ever. Minnesota, they've been a fixture in the next round and in the national semifinals as well, trying to make their 9th regional final appearance. But it's going to have to take a comeback here. I heard a whistle, and I think the challenge card's going to come out. They're going to replay the point. They're going to replay the point. I saw the 2 thumbs up pretty quickly.
Yeah, but that's unfortunate because there was a whistle that the ball was down. Which, if you're Pittsburgh, signifies you've won the point. And if you're Minnesota, signifies, well, we should stop playing. So overpass.
Oh, it's off the foot of Kilkelly, so it should still be alive. And you can see left side of your screen, Patty Rolfe had the 2 thumbs up pretty quickly because I think Brett Myers sounded the whistle. So they're going to replay the point.
Here's the thing. This is a momentous play here. And yes, Dan Fisher is upset. And I know Pittsburgh players on the court are upset because they think the point should be theirs because the whistle was blown. But yes, it did go off Kilkelly's foot. How do you respond from this moment? You cannot let this one call affect the way that you play from here on out. Mentally, just move past it. Say, you know what? Not our luck on this time. We're okay. We're good. Let's just replay this point and continue with the momentum that we had. Do not let this call affect the way that you play moving forward.
So the teams are huddling up. Perhaps you can see it says Pittsburgh challenge. I don't know if they can challenge
a replay,
this, Katie. Yeah, well, you know, you think about what's available in the whistle, and we saw clearly on that end zone replay, the lead official calling for a replay of the point, and that may be what's going on here, that Pittsburgh is challenging, but you can't challenge.
You know what? Credit to Stephanie Samity for Minnesota recognizing, hey, I think that came off of her foot and continuing to pursue the ball, because had she not, and they just let it fall, maybe we're not even having this conversation right now.
Again, we review the NCAA challenge system. So after going over to talk to Dan Fisher, Brett Myers is going to head over to the monitor. You know, maybe Fisher is reviewing some other part of this play, but you can see they're looking at the end zone angle, and we had a really good look at it. We'll show it to you one more time where Kilkelly got her foot out and kept it in play, and we heard the whistle. And we're going to see if we can play it back in real time, Katie, and play it with the sound to see if we can hear on the playback where the whistle came in. And looking over the shoulder, it's really tough to see what they're reviewing here. And hopefully we'll get an explanation from our folks at the court in Omaha. Yes, Katie.
Eric, I've been a winner and a loser time and time again in fifth sets when a break in play like this either halts your momentum or it helps give you the momentum that you need to get back into a set. How will this halt in play affect Pittsburgh? Will they continue to keep rolling? Or will this allow Minnesota to kind of regroup, catch their breath, and fight their way back in to close this 3-point gap?
So for a split second, it looked like it was a 10-6 lead for Pittsburgh. The score stays at 9-6 as we get set to replay the point.
It's a big serve here.
Baki comes through with an ace in a big spot.
Massive serve. Is that the Thriller? Is that... Didn't quite look like Michael Jackson, but I think it was the Thriller. It could be a TikTok, I don't know, though. Not really my thing.
You got to come up with a good dance when a 4-0 run is the longest of the day for Pittsburgh, and that's where they are right now. We were tied at 6, and now it's 10-6. Minnesota now firmly with their backs against the wall, and they come through.
And I love the urgency. I love the passion that you see from Samity. As soon as she makes contact and she knows that ball's going down, she turns to her teammates, brings them into the huddle, urging them to fight back, to push here, because they can too win this set. They can close this out if they fight their way back. Just get a couple of points here on a run with their serve.
That ends the 4-0 run for Pittsburgh. Lund has it blocked back and out of play. Point Pittsburgh. Kylie Levers to serve for Pittsburgh. 4 points away from winning the match. Good serve. Blocked out of play. That's Rollins with the kill. 14th kill for Adana Rollins.
Big time swing from Rollins on the outside. A little bit tight, goes up and gets it. Doesn't shy away from the hands in front of her face, swings right on through.
Also play, but it heads out of play as Samity got there, but sent it out of play. 3 points away from a win. Minnesota will use their final timeout here of this 5th set. Well, we go back to the point you made a moment ago, Katie, when it was 9-6, the inadvertent whistle. How would Pittsburgh handle that? They were up by 3 then. They're up by 4 now. 3 points away from winning the match. Say they handled it well.
Handled it really well. So often you see teams, when you have a break in play like that, where you're challenging, or there's commotion on the sidelines between your head coach and an official, it can stall your momentum. It can halt your good play. And luckily for Pitt, they have the mental capabilities to look past that and say, hey, no big deal. Let's focus on the next play and the play after that. And let's put together a string of points. Now for Minnesota, we've seen how potent of an offense that they can have. In this moment, you have to get a great pass. Allow Melanie Schaffmaster to set Stephanie Samity right there on the screen, or another one of her capable hitters. And then from there, you have to go back to the service line, and you have to be the aggressor. You have to put the ball on Pitt and pressure them from the service line to force them out of system. If you can do that side out and then go back and get on a serving run, winning this match is well within their grasp.
Winner of this match takes on the winner of Louisville and Washington. That match won't start until about 45 minutes after the conclusion of this match. That was originally supposed to start about 10 minutes ago, so a big delay for Washington and Louisville. Probably back on the other side of that divider that you see, because they are trying to burn off some of that nervous energy. The nerves frayed in this match in set 5. The block out of play and a point for Minnesota. Pittman.
And that's the look on a face of somebody who does not want to stop playing. Reagan Pittman telling her team, we're not going home tonight. We are staying in Omaha. Hell of a block there by Reagan Pittman.
Another kill Rollins for Minnesota. Here come the Gophers now within 2.
And the pressure mounts.
So after the Minnesota timeout, the Gophers pick up back-to-back points. The block with Pittman and Samity teaming up, and then the kill by Rollins. Pittsburgh will use the timeout.
Great job by Winnis with the first contact. Rollins off the inside hand of Chi Inde there. You can feel that momentum starting to creep back to Minnesota's side and the pressure building for Pittsburgh. But I've got to tell you, Eric, I've been so impressed with the multitude of responses we've seen from Pittsburgh, whether that's them leading, them trailing throughout today's match. They have continued to respond time and time again. The question is, do you have one last response here in you? It's been a long, grueling match for both of these teams. There's been highs, there's been lows. It's been an emotional roller coaster. Do you have one more response? And you see Chi in the huddle, smiling, making her team laugh, trying her darndest to keep this team loose in the biggest moment of their program history, certainly.
Pittsburgh, led by Ende, led by Lund. Their head coach, Dan Fisher, talked about those players, saying it's one thing to be a good player, it's another to be a player who demands the ball in key situations. None bigger for Pittsburgh than right now against Minnesota. That one's going to be long. Point for Pittsburgh, 2 points away. Now Pittsburgh looking, saying that perhaps it was tipped at the net. Will we get a challenge from Minnesota? Was there a touch? Yeah, Pittsburgh.
Well, the line judge signaled a touch on Minnesota's side. And so that's why you have Minnesota players pointing, saying, hey, we've got somebody on our side calling one thing. Pitt has another line official calling something different. Let's sort it out. What is the call?
Well, it looks like on the court, Katie, the call should be point for Pittsburgh.
Yep.
And was it touched here by the Panthers?
Oh.
I don't know. That ball looks like it's past Vasquez Gomez as she stretches that left hand out.
Oh, good camera work, guys.
We're gonna just get a little up higher here.
Oh, I think there's just a
You think it grabs that middle finger right there?
A centimeter of blue in between her fingertip and that ball.
So you're saying
you see
no
right
touch.
there, right there. Unless I think the ball's already past her hand at that point. Oh, this is so close. You often on a touch on a block, you want to see if the ball redirects its original path.
You can see the line judge with the flag up saying out in front of the Pittsburgh bench. So Minnesota challenging. Was it touched by Pittsburgh? Point to the right is good news for Pittsburgh. There's the point to the right. Great news for Pittsburgh. They don't overturn it. 13-10 Panthers. The resiliency for Minnesota will be tested yet again. Sabrina Starks back to serve for the Panthers. Blocked back, and Minnesota answers back with a point.
You know, Inde wanted that one big time, but she's stopped by the likes of Reagan Pittman, 6'5", redshirt senior. She's been on this stage time and time again throughout her career. Huge block in a moment where Pittsburgh needed it most.
Fourth block this set for the Gophers. Oh, dropped in beautifully. That will fall in. It's match point for Pittsburgh.
Chiamaka Wokolo has been phenomenal all afternoon. I have been so impressed with her play. 12 kills, just 2 errors on the day, 16 attacks, 625. And it's not that she's just beating you with sheer force. She's beating you with the finesse shots just like that, dropping it over, right over top of the block.
Akeo serving for the match. Bumped over by the Gophers. Pittsburgh hammers it home! The Panthers have done it!
Incredible.
They needed to be elite to beat Minnesota. The Panthers were, and for the first time, they are heading to the regional finals.
The pure joy of victory and the agony of defeat. I just want to say, for Stephanie Samity and Reagan Pittman on Minnesota's team, not sure what the future holds for those two. If they'll stay, if they'll go. What I can say for certain is Stephanie Samity will continue to have an unbelievable volleyball career, whether that's professionally, overseas, or even for the USA national team. Those two have been a pleasure to watch, but just the tears and the joy and the emotion and the shock from Inde.
Unbelievable performance, and you can just tell by the looks. Getting to this point had never happened for Pittsburgh. It was the big wall they had to climb. Well, they did so emphatically with the win over Utah. And why not keep going in Omaha? Starks and Inde, any past disappointments are a distant memory. Congratulations to the Pittsburgh Panthers. Moving on in the NCAA tournament.